because our truck is too big for our apartment and we were at risk of getting evicted, we were forced to park about a mile away from the house. So we were walking there to go get the truck so we can then go drive to go do work. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's more so ridiculous just because I'm under a lot of stress right now. Right now, I have so much work to do. We're going to Tijuana tomorrow, Mexico, because we have some client work, or one of the clients does work there. And I have to plan out everything for that. But I also have to plan out everything for other things that are going on with Robert and Ken, and then 2 other people. At the same time, still recovering from this weekend. I am never partying like that, or at least not for a long period of time. Last weekend, or this weekend, I guess, I went out and I never do. And it was just 2 6 a.m. nights, pretty much, which is just retarded. But, I mean, now there's no option but to absolutely crush it. You know, we're already late. It's so late in the morning. This is just day to start off really, really bad. It's all my own fault. Right now, I'm at the point of caffeine sickness. The heart is pounding. I am now feeling the excess caffeine. We've been working now for the past, I don't know, 5 hours. Got really dialed in, but drank a lot of coffee. Had a extra large cappuccino, then a double shot of espresso. We're about 24-hour fasted because we didn't eat dinner last night. We didn't really eat anything last night. So now, I am feeling funky as shit. But I'm ready to get absolutely dialed in. More than any human ever has in their entire life. Going carnivore for the week, or maybe longer, because I want to get back on just everything. So the plan is right now, gonna go to Ken's office. Oh, that did not start easily. Going to go record some videos with him. Then, gonna go home, eat 2 pounds of ground beef. Probably for the only meal today. Might get some fruit for that as well. Actually, that would not be carnivore, but I might do carnivore plus fruit. We're gonna go record some videos with Ken, then going to go eat 2 pounds of ground beef, then go to the gym, try and be asleep by 8 to 9 p.m. because tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up, try and get to the gym by 6 a.m. Get an egregious amount of work done until like 1 or 2. I have a meeting tomorrow with a guy who is exceptionally wealthy. I'm gonna see if I can record it, but he does not like being on camera. So I probably won't be able to, but I can at least pass on whatever we talk about. Actually, PJ doesn't even know about it yet. It's
What's that?
Tomorrow, meeting with someone for like a little coffee lunch type of thing. We were supposed to meet with him today, but I had to cancel today. He's someone that is in one of the masterminds that he pays $50,000 per year to go to. He's a pretty good friend of mine. He has a place here in Arizona that he rents out Airbnb. But it's a very, very nice place, and going to figure some shit out. I actually might try and buy that place from him, which I also have not talked about for the kind of the first piece of real estate, because he doesn't want it anymore. He bought it because he wanted to live there, but then when he wasn't there, he lives in a different state. He said, well, fuck it, I'll at least Airbnb it, because he got a really nice furnished spot where people pay him like $1,500 a day to stay at, and he says it's just rented out every single day of the month, so when he wants to be here, it's never there. And he's a really wealthy guy, so he doesn't want to deal with it, but he says it cash flows so much, he might just buy a different house. But he said he would sell this one for how much he paid for it. He bought it a few years ago. So I might try and buy that from him, raise the money, buy the first piece of property, because it's cash flowing. He says it's rented out almost 30 days a week. 30 days a month at 1,500 bucks. I don't know how much he bought it for, but I'm gonna dive down on those numbers tomorrow and potentially try and strike a deal to buy a house. Why not? I mean, what else would you do? We're now leaving Ken's office. This has been a fucking ridiculous day. We're fasted, it's 5 p.m. We were talking to Ken, a lot of things are moving along, going back to the root, because if you know, the one thing I wanted to do with him was, I'm going to 20x your results while massively reducing your time. But recently, we've had to increase the amount of time spent on it by doing his time, because there's more pre-production, there's been more things going on. I want to go back to the old ways. What up? So we are fucking back. We're gonna take this shit to the next level. I'm so tired. This is gonna be the most locked in week any human's ever had in human history. Started off strong. I mean, this would have been a waste of a day if I wasn't just an absolute fucking animal. So I am tired, but we're gonna go home, eat ground beef with honey, and that's about as manly as it gets. Then gonna go straight to the gym, and then bathe my balls in a cold tub, because I can.
Just ran that meeting. Absolutely ran it.
Who?
You.
Well, that's what else?
I vicariously ran it through Josh. I felt like I was running it. I didn't say a word, but I felt like I was running it.
Yeah, actually, that's another thing that I'd like to talk about, is knowing when you should be talking and when you are the specialist. I mean, I clearly know the most as to what's going on with strategy in this room. And even though everyone's much older, has much more authority, I take the role of the specialist when it is true, because I know that I'm right and these people are wrong, because I have so much data to back it up. And they're making opinions when I am only talking in terms of what is the data. So there are times when you need to be in complete control, and this was one of them. I actually didn't even really think anything of it, but well, I guess PJ did.
I mean, I agreed with everything that you said, because if their goal is to make money as a company, it comes down to in terms of advertising and marketing, what are you doing, or what can you utilize that's gonna bring in the most customers as possible? And they have an issue where they can't really tell exactly what that is. And Josh is like, okay, one thing we gotta do is figure this out, because then we can, once you figure out where that is, you know where to invest your money, because you're gonna get the highest ROI.
So why is it important about the data? Because that's what I was hemorrhaging down on. We need to be able to track, if these are the amount of investors coming in, which one of those are investing. Because if they aren't investing, we have to change our strategy. If they are, then we should be 100,000x down. If this is making $10 million worth of investments and we could track that, then we are splitting hairs over the stupidest conversation in the world, because we should be spending 10x the amount of money to get this insane amount of result. And it would be blatantly clear if we had the data. So data solves all of these minuscule problems that opinions can have or have not. And that is one of the first things, or actually one of the most recent things that I've learned from a lot of these people. With someone that I work with, he wants to have every single data metric that is important on a laptop that is updating real time at all times. So when we do something, we know if that is directly increasing the data, and it's actually fresh on your mind. This turned out to be one of the most productive days of all time, and I have a clear vision and set of how the rest of the next few weeks are going to go, which I'm super excited about. One of the main reasons why I really liked being in Arizona was because I was hanging out with Ken just about every day, and I got to get such unique experiences, but we kind of stemmed away from that. So now going back to that model of me hanging out with him. I mean, that's why I had so much fun working. And so I'm getting back to that. Cade's back. He was gone for the week. He's leaving next week for Bali like a loser. He's going to be dialed in. Now we're just all going to take down some ground beef. We went to the gym, soaked our balls in the cold tub. It's going to be asleep by probably 9 o'clock and ready to just wake up and get after it tomorrow, because it was a weekend of absolutely tearing shit up. But I should talk about how that is kind of a massive reset that allows you to want to go super hard again. mean, I have no desire besides anything but just absolutely grinding right now. And I think a lot of that is because I was up till 6 a.m. Friday night and Saturday night, absolutely tearing it up. So I'm excited to be back.